We are back today with some more pack attack, and this is a big one today, guys, so let's not waste any more time. Let's get right to it. First things first, we got to take a look back at last episode, which is at 30 likes, so that gives us an automatic 3,000 stubs to go towards our packs after the game. So make sure you're hitting that like button if you want to add 100 stubs all on your own to the next episode. We also had a big day for the stub bank, adding 19,959 stubs from last episode. And on top of that, another 8,060 from a 6% interest rate. And that puts us all the way up to 142,397 stubs in the bank. Just in time for us to actually start doing something with it. Because there's a lot of new stuff in the game surrounding all the All-Star Week festivities. Kicked off by the release of Chapter 2 of Team Affinity. So if you guys remember back to the plan that I put forth, starting here in Season 2 regarding the wheels when it's time to change chapters, this would be the point where our Chapter 1 wheel is now set. There's nothing else that gets added to this wheel. This now becomes kind of like a secondary wheel, and I've changed my plans up a little bit. Originally, I said I was going to knock it down from 25k to 20k, but after I was thinking about it, I think it makes more sense to knock it all the way down to 15k, and then once Chapter 3 comes out, it'll go all the way down to 5k, just because, you know, it's full of 89 overalls, cards that I'm not really going to want to go out of my way spending a lot of stubs on, so I think it makes sense to have it cost way less to spin it. So now what that means is the Chapter 2 wheel is here, and now this is the wheel that's going to cost us 25,000 stubs to spin. So far, we have all 6 divisions worth of Team Affinity packs, and then whatever other packs that are available that have come out since Chapter 2 released, also that I have access to. And then also, while we're on the topic of wheels, I've made the decision that when it comes to our post-game wheel, we're still going to have everything on the wheel. I just think it makes the most sense with what I'm trying to accomplish with what the post-game wheel does. The only thing that I'm not 100% sure is I still, for now, plan on having it cost 25k like it had, but I'm kind of thinking maybe knocking it down to 20k. I don't know. We'll see how it all plays out. We'll see how it works. But the whole point of having the post-game wheel as a thing is to have a slightly cheaper option than the packs that are available in the shop. That way, if I have a good but not great game and don't quite get up to that 30,000-40,000 stub mark at the end of the game, but still make a decent amount of stubs, I want to do something more with that than just, you know, spending it on show packs, maybe a headliner pack or two. But I still want that risk to be there. I don't want it to be like an automatic guaranteed upgrade if I spin the post-game wheel, and that's just kind of why I'm toying with whether or not I want to bump it down to 20k or leave it at 25. But wheel talk out of the way, let's talk about what we're actually planning on spending the stubs on today. We're gonna see some upgrades today, boys, because in a very fortunate set of circumstances, they released one of these draft packs for only 2,024 stubs. Now, we know I have my rule in place where we can't just open free packs to upgrade the team. That's why this future skills showcase pack, since it's free, we can't just open it. I have to put it on the wheel and we have to land on it. But I have no such rule in place for cheap packs, so I'm just gonna spend 2,024 stubs from the bank to open this cheap draft pack. And then on top of that, we're gonna spin our new Chapter 2 wheel just once. I'm recording this before the home run derby, before the all-star break, so by next episode, depending on when I record it, we should have all those packs out too. So I'm not gonna go insane today. I'm not gonna go super crazy spending stubs. I still want to make sure we have plenty to open those packs when those come out. But with what we do have today, it's pretty much guaranteed that we're gonna get 2 upgrades. All right, so let's get things started by spinning the Chapter 2 wheel first and finding out what our other pack is that we're gonna open. So let's let it rip here, and it's going to be the Future Skills Showcase pack. So that is actually insane, because that might be the most valuable pack on the wheel right now, because there are 7 players in this pack. You get every single one. It's not a choice pack. They are giving you 7 players. So that means we're not just getting an upgrade from this pack, we're getting 7. And I don't know if this is what I wanted to see here, because our team's been doing kind of good lately, and now we're going to be completely changing it with 7 new players. I don't have to go through the animations, right? Because we know who we're going to get. This is crazy. All right, well, I feel like it's responsible, since we just got so many new players, to actually put them on the team first and then see what our holes are that I'm going to be wanting to fill with that draft pack. And this is also the perfect opportunity to talk about another huge change that I'm bringing to Pack Attack today, because there was a comment a while ago, actually, so long ago that I don't remember who left it, so I apologize. But they gave me the idea of having some sort of like 40-man roster instead of just our 26-man active team, where we can store players without automatically having them be off the team completely. And that idea just kind of came back to me the other day, and I really like it. I think it makes a lot of sense, so I'm going to be implementing that. So basically what it's going to do is it's going to give us 14 more roster spots that aren't going to be on the active team, but we will be able to move players off of our roster onto the 40-man, and it doesn't mean they're gone in the normal sense where we'd have to pull them again to add them back to the team. And primarily what I think this is going to be good for is thinking all the way ahead of moving into season 3. We're going to be able to stash a bunch of core cards on the 40-man that might not necessarily be good enough to want to keep on the active team, but we also want to, you know, stay prepared for when the next season starts. Another good use of it that comes to mind is if we pull a supercharged card. That would make me feel better about using the supercharged guy, and then that wouldn't mean I'd have to get rid of somebody on the active roster. I'd just, you know, move him down to the 40-man, use our supercharged guy, and then once he's not supercharged anymore, we just kick him off the team and add back our other player. So with that in mind, it's actually very fortunate that I decided I was going to implement that today, because I'm going to add in all those new future stars showcase cards onto the team. But we're not automatically getting rid of everybody on the team now. We'll just be moving them down to the 40-man roster, and if I want to bring him back, then we'll bring him back. All right, so I did go ahead then and add all these new 93 overalls to the team. I was hoping to get them all in the starting lineup, but there was like no outfielders. They were all infielders, so 2 of them have to be on the bench. And then again, don't worry, all those players that we had on our team, I put down on the 40-man roster now, so they're all still like here. They're still available. Obviously they're not ready to be used in this next game if we want them, but now if at any point I don't like any of the new guys that I just added, I can be like, you know what, I want Joey Bart back on the team, or I want Eddie Murray back, or whoever, you know. And also, I guess while we're here, I also have Edmundo Sosa and Brian Abreu added to the 40-man, because those were the 2 guys that I replaced in between episodes. Sosa actually for Salvador Perez, who's also now in the 40-man after that, but then I also added Jason Adam over Abreu in the bullpen. But we're still not done yet, because we still have that draft pack to open after all this insanity. We've got a base round, mid round, and rare round, and those are the odds. Chances are we get the base round, which is kind of a shame because there are no pitchers in the base round, and especially with what we just got, pitching is kind of what I want, because there were also no pitchers in that futures game pack. So let's see what we end up with then. Our 2024 draft pack, the cheap one, and we are gonna end up getting, yep, it's the base round. All right, well, I already kind of had a plan then of who I wanted to take if we landed on this, and it's unaffected by what we just got. I'm going James Tibbs III. He's got solid enough contact and clutch with decent enough power. Gold rated glove in right field. It won't really be an upgrade or downgrade in the outfield over Santander, so plus he's just got an incredible name. I mean, James Tibbs III, and the look, this dude might be a star. So yeah, that's who we're going with. We have a ton of new bats for the team, which, you know, I'd be lying if I didn't say I was a little bit skeptical about, because our hitting is what's been so good about this team lately, and now we're going to be going into a new game with pretty much an entirely different team. Hopefully over the course of these last couple of games, it's been me and not the players. That's the reason that I've been playing so good. All right, and our search window stopped immediately, so we know we're going to be playing on All-Star today. Ooh, this guy's got a couple parallel 5s on the team. All right, and we're facing Noah Syndergaard. Interesting. I did make a last-minute change to the lineup, though. I noticed we were a little bit lefty-heavy, and I didn't realize that Sebastian Walcott had a secondary position of right, so I threw him on the team in the starting lineup. Moved Trey Morgan to the bench, because really overall that Trey Morgan card was not good outside of 125 contact against righties. But honestly, I'm so glad that we pulled that pack when we did just now, because if I pulled that pack before I decided to start this whole 40-man roster thing, I would have been freaking out about who to keep on the team, who to get rid of. All these decisions would have had to be made, and I don't know if I would have been able to make them. But also, I'm glad that we got it as early as we did, because with all the packs I plan on opening over the next, week or so of Pack Attack, with all these new cards coming into the game, those 93s probably aren't going to be lasting on the team for all that long, so it'll be nice to at least have them have a chance to get some games under their belt. Maybe we find somebody that's just, glitchy that we're going to be really good with. And there's 2 ground balls to second base to start the game. Ooh, okay. I actually wasn't expecting him to do anything like that, but we got Doyle there. We got a 1-2-3 inning. Ooh, I don't want to be swinging at that on a 1-0 count. What am I doing? Throwing away an out. All right, but we got the first of many debuts today. James Tibbs 3. Oh, and I know I didn't get a lot of that. I know I'm under it, but I already like the swing. Man, and nothing, dude. Very quick innings on both ends. Oh my God, dude. Besides the strikeout, the rollover groundouts might be my favorite result on the mound in this game. Like, if you're not going to strike the dude out, but that's what you get, I am just as happy. Ooh, that's nice too. Can't lie. The jam pop-ups, those are also very nice. Okay, this dude's trying to finally be a little patient here. Taking some close pitches. He doesn't want to have the single fastest game of all time. Still won't prevent him from another jam pop-up, and we see our boy James Tibbs 3. All right, now we're really going to be rifling through some debuts here. This is the part of the order where all these new guys are. We're not auto-pitching, are we? We might have, and I didn't. Of course. Because I have to make quick outs today, apparently. 7 pitches, 4 outs. Please get through. Okay. Another not so great swing. At least that one made sense, though. It's a 2-strike count. You got to swing at it if it's close, and we get on. And then I get a jam pop-up. Oh, what is he doing? He messed up. I don't even know what happened there. What? Oh, and then it's just gonna, okay, maybe that's why he did it. Maybe he just knew he was gonna get me to ground into a double play and it wouldn't matter anyway. Unreal. Just feels like one of those games so far where I'm making like really close to good swings, but since they're not actually good swings, I'm just getting no results. And I mean, as long as we keep him from getting results, though, I have time to figure it out. Ooh, okay, there's a good swing out of him. I could kind of tell he was dialing it in a little bit. His patience has been getting better, and now finally has a good swing under his belt. Oh, and what? Okay, we got our ground ball. We got our double play ball. Where's the defense? Where's the luck? Okay, stories there. Yeah. When I saw that pitch floating in, I thought it was going to be trouble. There's our luck. And there's another, well, I don't know if you can call that a lineup, but we're out of the inning. I don't know. I feel like every game that I have used DeGrom so far, he's gotten hit at least a little bit. So kind of had to expect that to happen. And I got to get around on that, dude. It's all-star. I don't think that's doing it. There's another one. Add it to the list. Good swings, but not good enough. There we go. More of that. I need to be able to take more pitches. And yeah, I'll take that. I'll happily take that. That's fine. Well, and then I swing at pretty much the same curve, but it works out. And that's going to be a double play. 97 speed. That's like the only way he can ground into a double play is a one-hop rocket to third. Okay, we're learning a little bit about this guy. He has a very good sense of taking the fastball when it's out of the zone, but I think that patience is leading him to be way late on it when it's in the zone. Oh, but not late enough. Of course, he adjusts just enough to keep the at-bat alive. That's a pitch, though. DeGrom? And then the rollover. All right, we got to figure something out now. I've gotten guys on base, and it literally hasn't done anything. Got to start driving the ball. We need line drives to the gap. Is this another auto pitch? It might have been. And where is the PCI going? And why is he back immediately after he auto pitches? That's 2 times now that at least I think he's auto pitched, because it's been a fastball right down the middle, but he's just back to run down the fly ball immediately. What's the strategy there? Well, and now immediately after, he's been paused for over 2 minutes. So, dude, I don't know. Normally, I'd have no problem taking the pause time win. But if that's what it comes to today, I don't really want to do that because I haven't gotten the satisfaction yet of hitting this guy. I've had plenty of opportunities. I should be making better swings and better contact. There we go. We're back. And there we go. Immediately after he unpauses and I've kind of fired myself up a little bit, we get extra bases. Oh, and now Soto to the other gap to drive him in. Is that not exactly what I just said? We want line drives to the gap, and as soon as we get that, we get our first run. Oh, then back on the ground, it gets through though. I mean, that's like 3 hits now on off-speed pitches below the zone. I'm just trying to protect with 2 strikes, and these dudes can actually turn it into hits. Oh no, and that's not what we want to be seeing. Just because we can do it doesn't mean we should. It's a 1-0 count. That's not the time to swing at that. 3 double plays in 4 innings. All right, at least we have the lead though. I just hope the thing that normally happens doesn't happen, where when you finally break through and get a run, it's like it opens the gates for them to finally do it. And well, it seemed like it for a second, but Story's got some range on these perfect line drives. Ooh, he's swinging now out of the zone. Okay. I was thinking if we let it drift outside of the zone, we wouldn't have a chance. He'd just take it. Ooh, but he was on that one. That is not what I wanted to see. I'll take my out, though. Okay, there we go. Jammed him on the curve. Waited back too long. Another solid inning for DeGrom. Even, I guess he did give up a couple nice swings, so not as solid as we want. We'll keep an eye on it. I think it's time, though. 5th inning, we're starting to see him better. We're starting to hit him better. It's time to finally have our breakthrough inning. There we go. 2-strike base hit. Okay, we got in his head a little bit just by taking a lead. I'm not going anywhere, but if we can make him think about it, let's make him think about it. Oh, please get down. That is going to get down. That is a nice swing. That was a shot. I'm going to go all the way home. 85 speed's got to be enough, right? It might be close. Not close at all, actually. 2-0 lead. Who would have thought it? You finally start hitting line drives, you score runs. I don't really know where the home runs are. The launch angle has been very low today with all these line drives and ground outs especially. Well, and then there's that where I get too far under it. Because of course. That might have been another auto pitch, and it's just another one that had nothing behind it. I swear. That might be the 3rd auto pitch, and I think all 3 I've had a good timing swing on. It's just not good enough, and all of a sudden he wakes back up to run the play down. I don't get it. Oh, and then I'm just under the fastball right there. I don't know why I didn't think that was coming. I mean, we're not having our breakthrough inning, but we're adding at least 1 more on, so it's not nothing. Be nice to get through at least just this 1 more with DeGrom. Keep everything where it's at. Go ahead, pick yourself up a quality start, and that is a very nice way to get that going. 2 outs for the quality start. Oh my God, he just sat there looking. I mean, with all these auto pitches, I can't just assume I fooled him. Dude might be staring at his phone while he's up at the plate. I have no way of knowing. I mean, I know he's there because he just R2'd me, so maybe I am just throwing some filthy pitches. And here's another pop-up. There's the 6 innings. I might not take DeGrom out yet, but he should be in line for the quality start. I'm kind of falling a little bit back into what I was doing early and just swinging at these early count pitches that aren't like the best to hit. Like obviously that would have been a strike, but don't need to swing at it. Yeah, I might just be a little off today if I'm missing a pitch like that with Juan Soto. And then beating the next one into the ground. No, we're not going to get on. Oh, that would have been ball 4. He set that up, though. He went 3 sliders away and then came back inside. I was ready for it. I was just too ready for it to not take it. 3 more innings left to cover. And I don't know, at this point, I just don't think the bats are going to pick up at all. So we need to rely on the pitching to get us this win, maybe. Fastball up and away, sits him down, though. That's 4 strikeouts for DeGrom. I actually kind of thought it was more than that. Another line out. I mean, let's be honest here. This guy is not getting very lucky at the plate himself. He's had at least 2 perfect lineouts, a couple of other good swing lineouts to right field. But he's also making a lot of swings like that. And that's another inning for DeGrom, shutout, and he might have left. He might have gotten so frustrated with his hitting that he left. It is not that often that you get rage quits because of what you're doing on the mound. Normally it's, you know, you hit a couple home runs in a row and the dude's angry, so he quits. And there it is. Lost connection. That's 10 wins in a row. So yeah, obviously not the greatest game that I've played. And I know it might be easy to say we just added all these new players and that's why I didn't hit as well, but I don't think that's the case really. Because we still had Story, we still had Soto, 2 dudes who'd been going absolutely insane. And it's not like they did anything while the rest of the team was struggling. So I think it was just me. I think something was off about me today, but at least DeGrom picked me up on the mound. A 2-hit, 7-inning shutout, and that gets us up to a 657, gets us another win, and he himself now gets up to parallel 3 after that, while Story gets up to 2. And I don't think this one's going to be as crazy as it's been lately, but let's count it up. Let's see how many stubs we made. Our hitting today is only going to make us 3,500, but a great day on the mound for DeGrom adds 8,600, and then the bonus category tacks on another 6,657, and that win brings us to 10 in a row. And then with all the changes, we're now at 3 parallel 1s, 3 2s, and 3 3s, and that puts us at a multiplier of a nice times 1.2 for a final stub count today of 22,508. And I mean, that really couldn't have been any more perfect of a stub count to make us think even more about what the price of the post-game wheel should be, because as it stands, I didn't make the change to knock it down to 20k, so we don't have enough to afford it. But if it was only 20k, we would have made enough. So I guess the question is that game a good enough game that we feel like I should be able to spin a wheel after it? Obviously I didn't hit great, but we had a great day pitching, and you also have to factor in, you know, some extra stubs for the quit. We're on a 10-game winning streak, so that's a pretty big boost to the multiplier. So those are all, you know, a few extra stubs that aren't totally reliant on the game itself that we just played. So I don't know, after seeing that and after seeing the amount of stubs we ended up with, I do kind of feel like I want to bump it down to 20k to spin the wheel after a game like that. But as it stands, this is what I'm going with, and I don't know, feeling a little risky today. I'm kind of feeling it. The math works out perfectly to buy 3 headliners packs. So I got 3 headliners packs, and we'll see if we're lucky today. I don't know, overall our pack attack luck has been pretty good, but with the draft pack we opened at the beginning, that was like what, 3 or 4 choice packs in a row that I've pulled the base round in, so I feel like we're due for a little bit of luck. And the headliner in this one is 95 Framber, and this is actually a really nice card. I mean, Framber is always a nice card. Hard sinker with a 5-pitch mix, lefty with solid hits per 9 and clutch. So let's see if 3 chances is enough to land him. First chance, we do get the diamond jersey. A gold player though, Luis Robert. Anyways, on to the next pack. Second of 3, and this one, ooh, this one's worse. They're cooling down. This doesn't make me feel good. Last one, do we have any luck today? And we don't. Real bad. Well, an unfortunate end there, but I think overall, nice episode. I mean, obviously we got a ton of upgrades today. Whether or not they're actually gonna play like upgrades remains to be seen, but I think between our new 40-man roster system, our wheel changes, I think there were some exciting things that happened today. I always want to hear your feedback, especially when I introduce new things though, so if you have any thoughts about anything today, let me know. But other than that, all I need you guys to do is remember to hit the like button to add 100 stubs towards the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy Pack Attack. And most importantly, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I will see you next time.